What's up, good people? As y'all hear, my voice is kind of going through a transition right now. I lost my voice, man. Messing around with my boy Black, my boy Drew, and the legendary, illustrious OG. We back with another episode of Rollo TV. We got the panel lined up for the day, and I'm going to be off to the side today, just playing referee, trying to heal up. But we got some good topics for y'all, man. We're going to talk about these emotional niggas, you know what I'm saying? Sensitivity and how it affects our day-to-day lives. So, whoever want to start it off and get it cracking, facilitate, go ahead, run it.
Let's go back to what we were saying earlier.
Oh, you talking about how?
Yeah, before I cut y'all off, what y'all was saying.
Oh, we were talking about emotional men and the danger of it, because when a man's emotional, men should never allow their emotion to overtake them. They should always think logically, rational, and respect women to be emotional because they are built emotional creatures. So when a man is too emotional in terms of even with a woman in a relationship, and it could be very dangerous to him. You know, a lot of good men are in the grave or in prison because behind a woman. So my feeling is this, that a man must always think logically and practical when he's even dealing with a woman. When even if a woman approaches him and said, this man did such thing, is always, to me personally, there's always two sides to the story. You should not just go out there. I've seen a lot of men go out there to defend a woman and end up getting hurt or killed, and found out later that the story was totally different. But she didn't tell the whole story.
Most of the women like that though, right?
Yeah.
They like when a man gets too emotional.
Yeah, because
I'm not gonna say most. I'm not gonna say most.
Not gonna say most?
I luckily, and this is why I always have to put the perspective on it. Like, we can't say most because the simple fact, my mother was one of the rare women that was not toxic at all when it came to any of that. My mom never bashed my father. I had to realize that, you know, my father not the best man to be around through my father. My mom never told me that though. So my mom is like the foundation of what I think a woman should be, because she wasn't like the type of women that we have issues with, like these issues right now that we speaking on. Like, so I'm not gonna say all. I will say a good amount, most definitely.
Well, I can kind of say that. I can kind of say that to a point. Cause my mother, I didn't see my mother as far as being emotional out there doing craziness in the street, but I knew she had friends that were like that. They were about them streets and they were about doing craziness. So that's why I would say a woman is emotional. All right.
Oh, definitely.
And we can try to sugarcoat it. Maybe we ain't see it from my mother, but you got that auntie, you got that girl cousin, you know, was emotional, got into some situation in a relationship because the man didn't do what they wanted him to do or whatever and so forth like that. So
I would say most women definitely just move off of emotions.
They do it for
think
attention.
and process in emotion.
They do it for attention a lot of times.
Yeah.
Why do you think you have all these IG models and women and OnlyFans on there? The woman craves attention. One day a woman can say, "Oh, I don't want men to talk to me." Next day, why men are not talking to me? Why are they not paying me no attention? Right? Come on, man.
But now a lot of these women are emotional. A lot of these women want to almost see their nigga fight for it.
Right.
That's the truth.
It's
It's a lot of scallywags out there. There's a lot of hood rats out there.
To the
who
point
want
where a
to.
man could, that's why I say, to the point where a man could lose his life or go to jail. And
I know somebody. I was in Mississippi. I'll tell you the reason why, but I was in Mississippi. And they were showing me somewhere in the Delta, and they were showing me a place, a exact spot where a nigga got killed because he was getting to another dude over one woman. It was a population of like 150 people. So they only got like 10 women to choose from, so they arguing over the same women. He said, yeah, that's the spot where he got killed. So I seen this face. I heard this. Like, look at all these homicides in Chicago. All these homicides in a lot of these inner cities. It's a lot of dudes killing over a woman.
Right. And what for? Women outnumber men, right? For every 5 men, there's 7, 8 women, right? So why is a man? What would cause a man to get so emotional over one particular woman where he's willing to either kill for or get killed or be in prison for? Why?
I think it goes into how you came up too. Like, let's say he a nigga that always got shit growing up. Like, let's say he a nigga who like when he asked, he received type shit. You feel me?
Right.
And like, so the ask and receive type nigga, like that never had to work for it. When he sit here and realize that he losing his female, he go to extravagant extent.
But then he ain't had no guidance as a young man. He ain't have an uncle, he had no father to teach him, because if you got an uncle and father that is solid, they're gonna teach you the nature of women. They're gonna teach you that, listen.
But that's the thing, not everybody get that. I'm a literal product of that. I ain't get the uncle or the father. Both of them was in the streets.
All right, but you had an OG. You must have somebody that guides you somewhere.
Hey, we could call her on the phone right now. My mama, which is my OG, I guess you could say. You feel me? She'll tell you as it is.
But she did tell you.
She'll tell you as it is. That boy is his own parent.
Okay,
that boy raised himself.
She did tell you
I'll let you know.
point not to do certain things to women, how to treat women, and not allow women to do certain things to you. Let me tell you something. My first wife, right? When I was married, when I was younger, my first wife was she cheated on me. She, I had pictures of her with the dude and everything like that. I'll never forget this. I went to my mother's house. I was living in Far Rockaway at the time.
Oh shit.
So, Queensboy, you know what I'm talking about. So, I went to my mother's house. I was so stressed out. I was skinny, and my mother said to me, she looked at me, she said, "Boy, you smoking crack or something?" But I was stressed out, man, because I had two kids with her, this and that. The relationship, she didn't want a relationship with me, but in my mind, I couldn't accept that shit. I couldn't accept that, and I was like, I'm crying. I'm telling my mother, I'm gonna kill her and this and that. My mother said, "Shut up, boy, you ain't gonna do nothing." My mother told me. She said, "I told you not to marry that girl in the first place." She said, "I knew she was trouble when you was messing with her." And with nothing I could say, my mom said, "Listen, come on home and get yourself together." And ever since then, ain't no woman could
knock you off your rocket.
Knock me off that rock from that experience. And let me tell you something. I had a migraine headache for 2 days, man. Never had a migraine in my life. For 2 days, because I was so stressed. So this is what I'm saying. I say to young men, you're gonna have relationships, you're gonna meet women, but do not allow the women to control you as a man. Always be a man, stand by your principles, your values, and this and that, and don't allow yourself to be caught up into what a woman do. That's why it's very important for a man to understand the nature of a woman, how she operates. That's why a lot of cats don't study their women. When I say study them, when you with a woman, you gotta watch things that she do. Watch how she reacts to certain things. How, when certain things happen to her response, how she deals with it. So if you're watching as a man, you're gonna not get caught up in some things, and you're gonna say, "Hey, listen, this is a possibility that this may be a problem." But a lot of brothers see red flags, but they so engulfed with the with the box,
Hey.
They so engulfed with the box. Hey, we don't keep it 100. They so engulfed with that box. All right.
What happens when the personality changes? The box stays the same.
Look.
When the personality
they don't
changes,
see that,
the
man.
box
They
stays
don't
the
see.
same.
They don't
When she switch up on you, but the box don't switch up on you.
Yeah, but by then she done got the dude. The box done got it.
Yeah, I'm locked in.
He's
hypnotized by box.
Right. He's delusional. There's red flags in front of him. He ignoring the red flags. He acting like they don't exist. Come on, man.
That's facts. Hey, he is not lying at all, bro. When I was with my ex, man, I'm telling you, I'm seeing shit that I would see with another nigga with his girl. You feel me? And be like, hey, bro, you better go ahead and just start getting into that dope.
But you gotta understand, some cats ain't gonna listen to certain things. Some cats they want to be this. They feel like, because see, when a man is insecure, when you're not used to feel like you can get get a woman and everything like that, and when you come across one that gives you attention, you're afraid to lose that woman. You think that, oh well, you know, I gotta hold on to.
That's not true. That's not true.
I'm
That's
telling
not true.
you, bro.
That's not true. I'm gonna tell you why that's not
Tell
true.
me, tell me.
I'm gonna tell you why
Talk
that's
to
not
me.
true. I've been literally like my whole life. I've really been. I don't know. God blessed me with like the gift of speech. You feel me? Like I got the gift
You
of
a New
lit.
Yorker,
like,
man.
I don't. That's where my family and shit from. But my origins is out here though. I just grew up with New Yorkers and Jamaicans. You feel me? So like, but my origins is here. But like I just, he gave me the gift of gab for real, bro. And so growing up, like even though I was considered ugly and I got what I usually
Ain't no such thing as an ugly man.
Got what I wanted. I ain't worried
Biggie
about
said
that.
black and ugly.
That's what they.
together.
You feel me? That's
And
what
he
they
was
were talking
the
about.
man.
Yeah, you right though. You right.
He
All
was
right.
rich. He was
Ain't no
rich
ugly
too, though.
man.
Yeah,
He was rich,
Exactly.
too.
Biggie
Huh?
had money, but you got to keep in mind.
But
like,
before he had money, Biggie was
this
still
is
the
before
same
I
way.
had money, bro.
He had confidence, man.
Facts.
But he was
He had
still. He was
confidence.
still.
Wait.
Did you see his
What's
first
Biggie?
daughter? Have you seen what his
No,
first
I ain't
daughter
seen
looked like?
it.
Don't
I
do
saw
him
when
like
he
that,
was
bro.
I saw when
Don't
he
do
was
him
on
like
the
that.
streets
Yo.
of Brooklyn.
Have you
Yeah,
seen his
bro.
first baby mama, yo? No.
Yeah.
It's some ugly people out here. I ain't gonna
Yeah.
say nigga, we're gonna say man right now.
Yeah.
There's some ugly dudes out there.
Just beings in general.
Beings.
Everybody got a little bit of ugly to them though.
Yeah, everybody
You feel
was
me?
ugly.
Like
People's hairlines
it's-
screwed up.
This how I see it. This how I see it. It's just you just see they imperfections a little bit more than others do. That's all. You feel me? Because none of us perfect.
No,
You
none
feel
of us
me?
are perfect.
None of us perfect.
But
so, you know,
I seen a dude. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. When I never forget this dude in high school. This dude had acne, the acne coming out the skin. He was ugly looking dude, man. And he would be considered as ugly. But you know what impressed me? He had this chick, fine girl, man. She was all up on him. So it made me realize it's not the way you look. It's your rap. How you can talk to women. And look at me, even a cat at my age. I was telling somebody the other day, man. I got two women that's trying to mess with me. They both young, and I'm saying to them, hey, look, I'm 64 years old, and no, they tell me, yeah, you just so handsome. It's the way you talk. So I'm considering myself like a no kind of Billy D. Williams, no actor. I ain't looking all like this and that.
Yeah.
But if you know how to talk to a woman, understand, how to deal with them.
have conversations.
Have a conversation. And a lot of these simp dudes don't know how to have a conversation because first of all, they see a woman and they feel intimidated by a woman. I'm not intimidated by no woman. I don't care how much money you got enough.
I ain't gonna lie, I be intimidated.
Nah, man, you're supposed to be intimidated as a man.
I remember I saw
If you walk in
not
your
lie on
masculinity,
camera.
if you walk in your masculinity, you ain't supposed to be intimidated by
I remember-
what a woman say, man.
Have
I
you
saw
ever
it.
seen a true fox? Like just
A
like
true fox.
just like a bad like a
Yeah,
woman
I've
that's
seen
just
many
like
of 'em.
she's exactly.
I seen many of 'em.
Like
if she a fox, you gotta be
you
the bear.
like y'all know
You
and
gotta
y'all know
be
what
the
I'm talking
bear.
about. If you have to think about what you about to say to her, she made you freeze up, and you know what I'm saying, bro.
I
She
know
made
That's
freeze
why
up.
you. That's
If
why you
have
got
to
you.
stop-
Once upon a time, I was like that.
That's why
But
you
when I
got
found out
you.
who I am,
Yo.
they ain't happening to me.
That's why you got.
They ain't happening to me.
Yo, that's
Not
why.
me.
I gotta see it and believe
I be-
it.
I gotta
now.
see it,
I believe you.
I gotta see you.
I
with
really
a
wanna see
thir-
it.
I gotta see you hit on a 35-year-old honey. And I'm like, oh, he can get anybody.
I get them
40 plus.
I get them 40. I have young.
This man.
I get them like 40.
I forget. He's
Young's like
60-something.
43 and all that. But I ain't attempt for a 35-year-old one. But she come my way.
Yeah,
I'm
like,
gonna-
you gonna
she
be like,
made-
you gonna be like
I'm
Ron
gonna kick
Isley.
game.
You gonna be like Ron
If I
Isley.
like it, I'm gonna kick
Switch the
game.
game to her real
Look
quick.
at Ron Isley. 80-something years old.
Can I say that on camera?
It is
Her
with a 40-year-old.
Hey,
Yo,
And she
say it.
flies,
Can
man.
I say anything on camera?
Anything.
Alright,
If
so
a man can rap, man.
I was 18 years old, bro. I can't even tell y'all. It's not like people gonna know what I'm talking about. But there's a gas station out there in the D, bro, in Dallas, and I used to post outside of that gas station all the time. And y'all remember there was a new employee that hopped in there, and Shorty was all over me all the time. And you know what she came for. Anyway, Shorty was about like 38, bro. And then we end up, having an embargo, you feel me? We run off right quick. We played it off because she had a man's. So we acted like we was on a jog together and shit. You feel me? Like, No, I'm not in no jogging clothes. I'm in black clothes. You feel me? I ain't in no jogging. But anyway, we make it back there. You know, take care of business or whatever. No, she 38. I'm 18, bro. You feel me?
That ain't
Like,
nothing new. A lot of
that,
older women
but that shit was new for me then.
I know it's
Yo,
new.
when I was 16, I was at the airport, ATL airport.
And it wasn't all that. I gotta make that clear for
So
it.
was
I gotta
I?
clear. It was not all that. I'm sorry. I gotta.
Yo,
clarify.
I was 16.
So my hype on older women wasn't.
I was at the airport. This girl was 25. She had no idea I was 16. I pulled up
Oh.
on her, said what's good, got the digits, put out my rumor. I had a rumor at the phone. You know the rumor? Yo, 2011, you know what I'm saying? I had a rumor. And guess what? I pulled her on my confidence and my arrogance and my swagger and my big dick. And guess what?
No. What's this thing with confidence?
Niggas got talk their shit, yo. Niggas got to talk their shit.
Real shit.
But then I fucked up because 4 weeks later I told her I was 16 and she didn't want to fuck with me no more. But yo, if I had a car, if I had all that, I could fake ID. I could have swiped up on her because it was my confidence. She thought I was an older man. She thought I was an older gentleman because of the way I present myself and talk to myself.
Right. So in other words, it's about you as a man being confident, right? Knowing that any woman, if you really want her, that you can shoot your game.
Yeah, anybody. Earlier today, I met this girl at this little expo I was at, and she said, "Be humble," because I got her number, but I was showing so much confidence. She was almost like, "Why is this fat dude so confident with his cologne on and talking to me, saying, yeah, I'm gonna take you out tomorrow. If I don't take you out tomorrow, it doesn't really matter to me. Either way, it's whatever. But I'll take you out if you want to. If not, that's on you. That's your blessing. You can miss out on the blessing. I can be your blessing." She told me after she gave me her number that she said, "You should be humble." She said, "Stay humble." That's the last
That
thing
don't mean
she
you're
told
not
me.
humble because you saying.
See, I'm a big dude, so I gotta be hella confident. I gotta act like I'm Jay-Z. I gotta act like I'm Jay-Z gonna shower you some champagne. That's how you gotta be.
Side eye right now.
What's up? What I do?
Yo. First off, bro, my whole life, I could I ain't never had such a toxic approach in my life.
It depends on the woman though.
No, it don't.
It depends.
That shit.
She was
bro,
from Sri Lanka. She's not a black woman, so I talked to her anyway.
But here's how I'm seeing.
But what? She's Sri Lankan. She's Sri Lankan. She talked to me first. She said, "Where I know you from? Where I know you from?" I'm like,
shit, your dreams.
She was like, yeah. I should have said that.
That would've been sweet.
That would've
Sweet.
been cold. I said, yeah. But now I ain't say that. But it just all depends on the person who you talk to. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you be more arrogant with it. Sometimes you.
I respect I ain't giving the side eye because this. Hey, I respect that shit because hey, you pulled that. You feel me? Hey, you dapped me up on that. You pulled that. But motherfucking, that approach so strong. Like I wouldn't even feel confident enough even saying no shit. Like my confidence is more so and so. I know I'm finna make you giggle, shorty, and I'm a giggle them pantyhose off. Wild. I'm a giggle them off. You feel me? Like no joke. And that's my because the shit I say is real, bro. And that's what they laugh at. Yeah. The real shit you talk about. Like I just be talking about regular everyday life shit. And they be like dying and laughing. And that's when you know you seal the deal. So that's my main way of pulling
I mean, anytime you can make a woman laugh, that's a plus. That's always a plus.
Yeah.
If you know how to tell a joke, if you know how to just be
assert
the whole
yourself
thing.
type shit.
Just be actually the whole thing. Just be who you are. Don't try to be something that you're not.
Real.
Don't if you just be yourself, truly be who you are. It will, a woman will see that, and you can, things will work out.
I remember it was on Facebook. This was a few years ago. This is a hood booger, scallywag type of chick though. She said the ugliest niggas have the best personalities, are the most confident. The ones she finds most attractive are the ones who have no confidence. What we think of that? She said she was trying to show shade though. She was like, the ones she want, that are most attractive, she says has lower confidence. Basically, the niggas don't got no personality. Right. But the ones she she don't want the one that
because she probably
want like that.
She probably want them kind of dudes. So in her way, she can feel like she can control them.
Real. And I'm
Because
glad
a confident man, you can't control a man that's truly confident.
Yeah, that's real.
In itself.
When you grow up and you're not the most popular or you're not the most attractive, you get more confidence as you get older. Because you remember that shit what they said when you was 14, 15, is by the time you're 19, 20, get your money up, get your bag up, get your education up, get your car up, get your clothing game up, all that. That's when you be talking the most shit. The nigga who had the pimples at 14, 15 gonna be 20, acne free, talking this shit with some waves in his hair. That's what he gonna be on. Cause he remember that shit at 14, he ain't gonna forget. But the nigga who was 15 have 3 women on him, the nigga gonna have like three baby mamas.
I ain't
shit
got
like
3 baby
that.
mamas. I ain't got 3 baby mamas.
Yo, not everybody though, not everybody.
On me, though.
Yeah.
Most definitely.
Yeah.
Hey, shout out to the twins. Y'all know who y'all are. Man. Yeah, shout out to the twins. That's all I want to say right quick. But hey, I'm glad you. Hey, and y'all know who y'all is. One more time. Y'all know who y'all is. I miss you.
Yo,
Look,
real quick. I
so
had 2 twins too when I was 8 years old. Shout out to y'all.
Oh.
Hey,
I was a grown man when we.
You was 8.
We was.
I ain't smashed, but nigga, we did. Bro, I was 8.
I don't think you should talk about that.
I was 8 too though.
Yo,
They
what
was
is
8.
it
I
with
was
these
8.
twins, man? What's
yeah.
going on with that?
I don't know.
I was up.
I don't know.
You
There was
said
something in the water that day. I don't know. I got lucky too. It was like MLK Day or something. I was like Black Power.
Bro, I wish I met
for
them
real.
10 years older, bro.
I
We
think
was
it was
8 and we
Valentine's
were-
Day actually. Between the two. Okay, but what I wanted to say on the tip that you were talking about, do stay yourself for real. That's so real.
Yeah, you gotta be yourself, man.
When I came into
You
the
can't be
relationship,
nobody else but you.
yeah, real shit. When I came into the relationship with the last one I was in, I wasn't myself because of the simple fact she seen the aspects of me of like this working dude that's like so like hey, how you doing? And so she thought I was him. She thought I was like, hey, how you doing? Oh, my name is Andrew, and like that's who she thought I was. But then when she actually got the whole script on the lifestyle, like, oh, this man oh shit, this isn't his only job. Oh, his side hustle is, oh shit, and then like I wasn't like I was big, like my life expanded from that job shit, and she thought that's all my life was. So when she seen the other side, bro, that shit completely ruined the relationship. Yeah. So always be yourself, man. Stand on that shit no matter what, bro. If you was born to say what's poppin', say what's poppin', fam. Don't change it, fam. Be you. You feel me? If you was born to say oopsie daisy, that's you. You feel me? Like that's just who you is. Like there's nothing wrong with that. Like stand on who you is. You feel me? Like life is gonna make it whatever it is for you. You feel me? But you gotta make your truths. You gotta make your. You feel me? I gotta realize that shit more and more. You feel me? You gotta make your truths and shit. You know what I'm saying? So
that's it, man.
So what do you feel about these emotional dudes, emotional men?
Oh, okay. I'm gonna say it like this. I'm an emotional dude.
They deadly to society. To me.
I'm an emotional dude, but my emotions don't expand to the point of I'm about to blow this man the fuck away because my emotions and all that.
But you got a lot of cats. Maybe not you. But you got a lot of cats that are like that, man. That's why I said, man. Not saying that a man should not be emotional, but when you over emotional, person, it causes you to think and do things that just ain't normal to do as a man. Man, come on, man. Yeah. Man should always walk in their logic, man. Yeah. You should always be thinking, man.
It's chess, not checkers.
Because you right. To me, women play checkers, men play chess.
Yeah.
That's how I look at it.
Yeah.
A man, because why? He's a leader, he's a provider, he's gonna be a father, a husband, all these things. So he has to wear a lot of different caps. So he has to be able to master all those caps that he's gonna wear.
Real shit.
And you can't master it if every time a situation comes, you getting emotional and falling apart.
Yeah, that's real. And that was the biggest thing. Like, okay. This is 2 issues. When you have no emotions, like emotionless, and then you have too much emotions. Right. That's the 2.
That's
issues.
where you gotta know how to balance.
You gotta exactly.
So you gotta know how. You gotta have a balance.
Yeah, the dude the teenager in Chicago who killed the dude for slapping his mom. Was he too emotional?
Nah, his mom told him to come do that. His mom, like she literally gave him the stick before. Before the situation, she gave him the stick, and she's just telling him like, if anything pop off, you feel me?
So she gave him the stick before she went. She's like,
bro,
look. You're gonna see
there's a video of
I
her
gotta see
walking
that.
out the store, handing him the stick, and he turned around, he walk away
Before.
and put it before he blows that man down.
So this is
Because
after
the
the
stick was
slap.
on her originally,
Oh,
bro.
but she
walks outside and like, hey, if anything take off, I want you to run up in here and you feel
Yeah.
me? Get on folks' ass, whatever the case, whatever she told him. So that's
So what
that's-
happened with the case? Is the boy?
that boy, no, they free, they good,
Oh,
they
they
off the
charged.
case.
Okay.
But so basically, as soon as he did that video where he's like, "I'm gonna go crazy if I don't get my fish," and he slapped the mom, the dude came in right away and pop. Is that basically how it happened? Because I haven't seen the other video. All I know is the video where he said where he like up in the air like this. And here's the thing about that family. The family is like a walking meme right now. They call him the Knockout King. At his funeral, they got a casket that calls him a Knockout King. Has T-shirts that calls him a Knockout King. I don't know if they're gonna sell them shirts or anything, but they really memeing it up too much. They treat it like it's a joke. Maybe they think it is a joke.
No.
Maybe-
Why he
You
the
see,
woman? I
Knockout
don't
King, he
understand why
probably
he-
was just knocking niggas out in the hood.
Yeah, but my
and
thing
shit.
is, why he
That's
hit
why
that
his
woman
name
in
was
the first
Knockout
place?
King, bro.
Did that woman say anything?
I don't, and you see, this how I feel about
Come
it,
on,
bro.
man.
I'm not, no woman going, this is my thing. No woman gonna get me out my body to the point where I'm gonna raise my fist at her, bro. I'll never forget, I had to look my ex in the eyes after she just basically explained to me about the story. I explained to her what happened in my past and shit with one of my homeboys passing. Rest in peace, his soul. But, like, she basically, like, we got in an argument. It was like later on. We get in an argument and she goes, you know, everybody goes through the shit that you went through. I'm like, what nigga do you know? Like just average daily, everyday nigga that you know just seeing niggas like pass away. Like what do you mean? Like how many niggas like that shit fucked me up so bad and like I'm real life. I real life had PTSD, like real life. Like I real life like if I go and get a medical card and shit, I can never get a gun because I got PTSD type shit. You feel me?
That's how it works.
That's how bad this shit is. You feel me? But anyway, so like I'm spazzing out. Like I'm really seeing like not no red and no shit. I don't know how people be saying I see red, but I'm really seeing like me beating her up. You feel me? Putting hands on her. And I had to stop myself because that's not me, bro. That's really not who I am. But she took me, those words alone. And this is when you know you're a weak man. This is when you know you're a weak man. When the words affect you to the point where you feel like you're about to break down, understand that you are too weak for the body that you're in. You need to start handling the weight that's on your shoulders. Start lifting it up because everybody go through it. Everybody been through it. But nigga, just because you hurt and just because you mad, don't mean another nigga gotta die today. Don't mean it's I've been waiting for a nigga to test me. I've been waiting. No, I hate that. Why you waiting for anybody to do anything? If anything, you should be waiting on the white man to try you. You should be waiting on the good chance to get ups on the white man. But no, you trying to get ups on the next man. Black man at that. And that's what I don't understand. We really standing on no business. I'm 25 and I just got blessed to turn 25 about 5 days ago, thank God. Real life. But like it was a blessing for me to make it here. And if I didn't come back to Georgia like I did by the time I was 18, I probably wouldn't even be alive. And that's real. And I could say that. I could speak on that. And this is why I'm so strong and so serious about us just popping 20 when I came back out here. I was 20. But anyway, us just popping in like us young, a little bit older, you feel me? Oldest as it could get, like, and the youngest it could get. We need to start standing together, listening. These young kids need to understand that even though I don't want to hear what OA talking about, I don't want to hear what OG talking about, I don't want to hear none of that. I know you don't want to hear it. But real is real, bro. And you gotta stand on business in the end of the day. Stop watching these Instagram, YouTube, lame people. Most of these people, majority of these people, pushing lifestyles that really and truly ain't real. Yeah. They acting like they smiling and sitting here every day. Say, oh yeah, you know. But really and truly, you gotta remember, they gotta click that camera and then, hey, today you know what we're doing. Right. You feel me? You gotta prep yourself for that shit. Yeah. But I bet in reality, I bet his life just like mine. I bet that man go to sleep at night and be like, damn, bruh, what the fuck am I gonna do tomorrow? I bet his mom. You feel me? We all the same.
A lot of these young dudes more emotional than ever before. A lot of these young teenage kids. When I was living in Chicago, I heard about at least 12, 15 teenagers between the ages of 13 to 17 who got murdered. beefing with other niggas 13 and 17.
Yeah, but
I'm hearing dudes telling me the story like, yeah, I saw this on the news, nigga. I saw this on the news. They was trying to go innocent 14-year-old boy. Man, I saw him out there. He was talking shit about this other block. They pulled up on that nigga, shot him. He told me it was these 2 separate incidents that nobody in the news even knew were fully together. They're like, oh, when he stopped the violence, there's these two 14-year-old black kids that got murdered. They didn't realize that this 14-year-old black kid got murdered because he was talking shit about the other 14-year-old black kid, and his friends retaliated 3 blocks away for the other 14-year-old. And nobody in the news cares about that because their only agenda is talk about how we need to stop the gun violence, but really it's an issue about black-on-black homicide that's going on in every city in America, but they don't care about that. They want to make this issue about Republican, Democrat, blue, or red, what you
all the fake shit,
all the fake bullshit, which ain't real for reality, because that's what they want to manipulate to you.
So Black, so this is what I want to ask you, right?
Yeah.
In a situation like that, where 2 14-year-olds got killed, it had to be something in the home. It had to be something. There was some kind of some guidance that was not there.
It don't have to be all the time.
Well, most of the time it is.
It don't have to be all the time because
everything,
I got a perfect
everything
example.
is circled in the home, man.
I got a perfect example.
Exactly. The video we just did earlier, the lifestyle that the lady that we just interviewed earlier and shit, her life was sweet. You remember what she explains? Her life was sweet, bro. She ain't never seen drug use, nothing like that. I can't say the same. I can't say the same.
Grew up in the country,
but she grew up in a nice lifestyle, had a good mother, black mother and father, good home, father a chef, mother an entrepreneur. Like life was good for her. Yeah. But she said she just wanted to. She just wanted a taste of something, you know what I'm saying? Like that's what she was saying.
Yeah,
that's what she said. She was bored. And you're right. But here, it's not always the home. It's not always the home.
But that plays a big no.
It's not always the home.
That plays a great factor.
That white boy that shot
plays
his
a
mama.
great factor. Wait a minute. That plays a great factor in black society. The kind of homes that we come from. And we now, when you got 70% of the homes being raised by single mothers, and there's no father, there's no kind of guidance in that home. That's a
I got
problem.
a perfect.
That's a big problem, man.
I got a perfect example.
But I grew up in the hood, and then on top of that, like I only had my mom. Like first off, I was a grandma's baby. I grew up in grandma's house.
Right.
I didn't even have my mom at first. Hey, mom, you know you the realest in the world, mom. You know what I mean when I say that. You always get mad about it, but it's real and the truth. But I didn't even know who my mom was at her graduation. I'm crying because I didn't know who she was because I didn't know my mother until I'm like 4, 5 type shit at her graduation. You feel me? Maybe. You know,
but it affected you in some way.
No, not really. Like, I just grew up in my grandma's house, and I chose what I chose. I did what I did. Like, I don't think it affected me. I was my own person.
Okay, but do you think that if you had the guidance of a man in your home, you think you would have made some of the choices that you made?
If I had guidance.
With a man, if your father was in the home.
If my father was in the home, I would have been doing way worse than what I was, due to who my father was. So I don't look, and this is why, this is my whole perspective. Because you are so right, but at the same time, you're so wrong. Because my father got what you're talking about, the dream mother and father. But they just grew up in the hood, don't get me wrong. And then they moved out the hood by the time the man was like 15. But that man wanted to just be in the streets. That's all he wanted, even though his dad was complete opposite of it. He got my dream. And so this is why I say, not every home needs a father. Because I would have been way worse if I grew up with my father, and that's real.
But as a man, maybe the father, but you need an uncle, because you got to understand, a woman can only take you as so far as to raise a boy.
A woman can't teach you to be a man.
Right.
That's
teach you how to be a man. And I don't care how good your mother is. But my thing is that when a boy comes a certain age, he needs that influence by a man in his life, rather if it's a coach or he needs some kind of male figure.
But what if his father is a certified street dude, though?
Okay,
here's another example.
I know dudes who were certified street dudes, but they had coaches and stuff that they. Some
of these coaches, bro, I
helped them.
But
it was some kind of man. It was some kind of man.
Real quick, let me tell you something. I was at a football game. I was covering a football game. This is in Vegas about 4 or 5 years ago. It was 2 fully black football teams. Mm-hmm. The coaches halfway through the game talking shit to each other. Like, nigga, come over here, nigga. I should have had this on video. I swear to God, I wish I had video. It was hilarious.
Yeah, they be going hard.
Yeah, they be going hard. People games, they be like, come over here, nigga.
Bring that shit.
Yeah, bro.
You ain't talking about
Give
shit.
us some 5 yards. That's what they was doing in the game. I wish I had video of this.
Yeah,
But in the game, the two coaches were fighting each other.
Well, I agree.
Yeah, but it's the coaches too. They was fighting each other.
Yeah, but,
Nigga, it was like, come over here, nigga, come on. Bro, they got out this boat.
Listen, that's going to the extreme. Come on.
That's
man.
not extreme. I was
That's
there.
extreme,
I was
man.
there. It was,
No,
I saw this
extreme
with my own
that
mind.
They want to fight.
This was in Vegas. Imagine a coach in Chicago. Imagine a coach in Detroit. Imagine a coach in Milwaukee. This was in Vegas, yo. This was in
They
Vegas.
be popping off in Vegas, though. Don't
No,
sleep on Vegas.
I'm not sleeping on
Hey,
Vegas,
the
but
homies
in
be
Vegas,
out there,
though.
bro.
No, they be out there. They be banging in
But the
Vegas.
whole- no,
They come from Cali, you know.
But listen.
But think about this. What do you think is that 5-year-old gonna think when he sees his own coach out there trying to fight? I bet they still
That's not
remember
a
that.
good role
This
model.
was
That's
5
not a good
years
example.
ago. I bet they be like,
That's not a
yo.
good example.
They be like, yo, you remember when our coaches was trying to fuck up the other coach, nigga?
Right.
Like, yo, they
Right,
probably be
that's
saying that
not-
shit.
okay,
Like,
listen,
yo, so they be out there.
Listen, everybody that coaches is not really have the heart of the kids in mind. Some dudes just, they get overly competitive and they do things that's not right. They're not perfect, but what I'm saying, for the most part, you still need that man in your life as a man, as a boy, for that guidance. Just like, I'll give you a perfect example. Even though you got some men in the home, right? Some women don't know how to just let the father be the father. In other words, they so emotional. Like when the father's trying to discipline the son, sometimes some women get mad and, I don't think you should have did this and that.
Shit,
Women don't understand this, right? When a man sees his son, he sees maybe certain qualities and things that he did as a young boy, and he's trying to actually correct those things because he knows that if he allows the son to get away with it, it's going to be to his detriment.
How about the DC sniper?
Huh?
The DC sniper.
Oh, he was influenced by a fool, man. That man was crazy.
That was his father, though.
That was his father?
Stepfather.
Please, he ain't had no connection to that dude, man.
It was a stepfather release, yo.
Yeah, he called him his stepfather, but that wasn't his real family.
Bro, a lot of these men got black.
Okay, but look what
happened.
happened. Look what happened to the DC dude. The kid followed behind that man.
Yeah.
He's in jail for life.
Yeah.
He cannot come out of jail.
The other dude got executed.
And the guy, he got executed or something? Was he still alive? The father.
He either got executed or is going to get executed.
Father is gone.
Even though the father ain't killed nobody.
Right.
So you shouldn't have executed him. Let me be honest. Because he ain't killed nobody.
No, but he was.
Get him life.
He's behind. He
It's a double
part of
standard.
the conspiracy, man. So.
No, I believe it, but it's like
Yeah,
at the same time, it's like.
So that's just
Charles
a prime
Manson
example of a man not leading properly.
Because he's black, he got executed.
All right.
Well, that's all the story. That's all
Set
the
an
story.
example.
He should have got executed.
That's all.
He
We got
killed
give us
innocent people.
five.
Let me interject. So, I just want to say, earlier, I heard Drew make a statement that you said you would have been worse off if your father was around you, right?
Yeah, most definitely.
Okay. There's times in my life also where I felt like, okay, my dad ain't it. You know what I mean? But now that I'm an older guy and I'm looking over my life, I realize that a lot of times us as men, we don't really take the time to really truly get to know and express really what's going on. So a lot of the times I was growing up in that confusion because we didn't have that easy flow of communication back and forth like mother and son would.
Right.
So it caused a lot of chaos within me where I was just like, yo, I don't rock with this dude at all. But now that I made it to a place where I'm like, damn, a lot of this stuff that's helping me be successful was all the stuff that I would have called evil back then when I was confused. Because I didn't grow up with my father until I was 12. So it wasn't like I was used to it. I got thrown into it, and then I was learning as I was being fathered, being parented by a man. So really and truly, that could be the absolute truth of what you said could be the absolute truth, but now I'm just like kind of giving men the benefit of the doubt. I don't know what the hell, like you don't know, me and Black is best friends. I don't know all of Black's traumas, because we men, a lot of the times we be hyper masculine and we won't say certain things to each other. So imagine how much further that gap will be between a father and a son.
Right.
You don't know, a lot of people get raped, a lot of men get raped. How many people will say that, oh yeah, my dad told me that he was raped? You don't know what's going on. We don't know.
I don't know my dad's trauma. I don't know shit about my dad's childhood.
And that's how it is for most.
I don't know shit about my dad's
especially when you
childhood.
got this color.
I don't
And
know
that's
shit.
how it is for a lot of
My
us.
dad told me he never did drugs, and my uncle said, "Yeah, we smoke weed all the time in Cal."
He lied dead
That
to
ain't
him.
drugs.
He lied. Right?
He wasn't lying.
Dude, this is like
You
this
sound
is
like a cop, man.
yo, this is the 1980s, and he told me this in 2008. In 2008, that's cause like bro, this ain't 2023. In 1985, if you smoking weed, they'll give you 3 strikes thanks to Joe Biden. Shout out to
So, but that's
Jim
a
Crow
perfect-
drug.
but
Here's the thing.
that's
So it was a drug back then, but he lied to me. He said he never smoked anything ever, never did anything ever.
Well, maybe he was
But
doing
he
it to
lied.
protect you.
He could have lied to protect.
That's not
you.
protecting me
Right.
though. It's lying to me. It's being
But it's
deceitful.
lying
I
to
already
you.
smoked weed
But
already.
listen,
I already smoked weed. The nigga,
listen.
I could have told him, yeah, I smoked weed the first time when I was 13. I smoked a cigarette when I was 13. I was thinking about popping a pill at 15, but he never told me that. We didn't have that conversation, so we're just lying to each other. He's lying to me, and he could have stopped me from trying to smoke weed again at 16, 17.
Okay, but
Because by the time I was 18, I was trying to do different types of drugs. By the time I was 20, I was doing cocaine. And I was doing that, let's cut that part out, bro. But I was doing that because we never had a conversation about drugs before. Not crack cocaine.
But listen. Listen. Cocaine is cocaine. I don't care if it's a crack or what. Cocaine is cocaine.
Every president's done drugs anyway, so it's all good.
But listen. Go
ahead, OG.
I want to say this. A lot of times, our parents do things that a lot of times we don't understand. But I think a lot of times is that we try to protect our children from certain things. And I think, yes, it can be wrong. Sometimes it's best to have open conversation with them. But I know in my generation, no folk wasn't open. Probably your father, I don't know how old your father was, but he probably was not
54
open.
now. 54 now. He was probably 38 back then.
Okay, but he probably was. You got to understand. He probably was raised up where his father didn't have those kind of open conversations. So a lot of times, a man listen. A man is limited by the knowledge in his mind. You only have the knowledge of what you know. If you don't know better, you can't do better. Not justifying for what that he didn't do. Okay, but you got to understand. Just like my father. My father suffered with mental illness. And he did a lot of things I didn't understand because I didn't know that, how deep mental illness was. But as I became older and I, grew up, I started to understand, some of the things he had dealt with just being a black man that I had to deal with just in this society, just dealing with work, maybe doing jobs that he didn't want to do. Maybe just having to go through things, right, going through things, and you got to understand. I came under the age they didn't talk about entrepreneurship. They said, "Listen, go to school, get your high school diploma, go to college if you want to, but get a job." Entrepreneurship was never mentioned in my home. This and that.
See, that was mentioned in my home. But my dad said I wasn't serious about it. I was 15, 16, and he tried to shade me. And she talked to my sister, who was like 7 or 8, said, "I'm gonna talk to you about real estate." And she don't know what the fuck he's talking about, but she was like, "I'm gonna talk to you about real estate today, because it's something that your older brother don't want to hear. He don't know about it. He don't want to think about it. He doesn't care about it." And I was looking at him like, "Nigga, what you talking to me about real estate?" He talking to me about one, and so I was just listening. I didn't know what to say. I was 15, 16. I was still watching cartoons and shit. This dude like, "Oh, you're not serious. You're not intellectual enough for me."
Now I give you a perfect example how in my family now with my daughter and my 3 grandkids, all 3 of them, the girl, she knows she cooks, she bakes from scratch. She's doing hair because my daughter did hair when she was 18. She's teaching her that. you know, they trying to start a little entrepreneurship. The oldest son, I was telling Rollo that he's gonna, you know, we trying to get him into barbering. He's 15, but he has a man that's gonna teach him how to be a mechanic, teach him mechanical work and stuff like that. The little one that's 12, he want a YouTube channel, you know, but he's very charismatic and he's so, you know, he's out there. But my whole thing is this: my family teach entrepreneurship, but I'm teaching my grandkids and I'm teaching, you know, my daughter, you know, teaching her kids, right, about generational wealth. So, because I was only limited by the knowledge in my mind, I didn't know. And when I look at my life, I should have never been working for nobody, because I ain't never got along in jobs. I always had problems with people with jobs. Yeah. You know, either they wanted to fire me because my attitude wasn't right. I wasn't, you know, I wasn't kissing this one and that one and doing all that. So I realized in my life, but because I didn't know this when I was younger, because I was in a situation, I was in my 20s, I had 2 kids, so I had to work, blah, blah, blah. The thought of, I wanted to be entrepreneur, I wanted to do certain things, but I just didn't have the means to do it. So now when my wife used to tell me, she'd say, one thing about you, you always giving knowledge to people about certain things. When you gonna start a business? So, you know, I always been clean, so I started my cleaning business, you know, back in late 90s, mid 90s or whatever, late 90s. But only because of who she was, you know, and she encouraged me.
She helped you push.
Right. That's why when a man has a woman, she has to be able to elevate him. You know, you never get a woman that is not going to help you increase your value as a man. So you always want somebody that's going to help increase your value. You know, so that's why it's very important to pick the right mate. You know.
See, hold on.
Yeah.
I want to stop you right there, OG. Go ahead. Oftentimes when we're talking about men's issues and how men relate to men, we always find ourselves going back to women somehow. Mm-hmm. I just want to steer the case that this is about men and where our issues stem from between us. Because my belief is, and why I started this show, is that if black men specifically have a healthier relationship with how we see each other, right. if we could get us right, everything else will fall into place. That's the truth. Because I don't see the same disrespect for Asian men. I don't see the same disrespect amongst Indian men, white men. It's us. We on the bottom because of how we look at our fathers. We on the bottom because of how we look at our fathers. But in my heart of hearts, I really don't believe that any of our fathers wanted the worst for us.
Of course not.
I don't believe it.
I don't believe
they might have not been able to. They might have not been good at anything. But like, I don't think that they woke up like, yo, fuck my son. I hate him. I hope he don't eat today. Right. I don't think that that's what was happening. No. They got scars, they got damage, they got shit as a black man we can't talk about. Right. So if we sit here and we fix how we see in each other and give each other that grace that we give our mothers, because Tupac said it, he said, even though you was a crack fiend, mama, you always was a black queen, mama. You ain't never heard a nigga praise his crackhead daddy. You'll never see it. So we got to stop. I'm trying to stop that. Let's look at each other as black men and say, okay, you fucked up with this, you fucked up with that, but I still love you. And I don't care. Nobody gonna change that. So y'all can go back at it. That's my little speech. Go ahead.
Thank you, bro.
As you're so right, bro. But I do want to say this. Like, fathers, you're right. Majority of fathers probably don't wish the worst on their sons, but some men, some women even, like some men is just so selfish that they will never take care of anything that matters to them. Like, bro, I had to really, like, this shit truly hurts me every time I think about it, bro. Every year, faithfully, I know my father is gonna hit me either 2 days before my birthday or 2 days after my birthday and tell me happy birthday like it's my birthday, gang. And that shit is faithfully. That man hit me on the 27th this time. Last time it was the 23rd. So that was 2 days before. This time it was 2 days after. You feel me? And bro hits me up, happy birthday, boy, da-da-da-da-da, saying all this other shit. And then he goes, you know, you my only son. And like, no, this man is bashing my brother that's locked up in the cell right now because they got in a little argument because he wasn't keeping his word as a man. This man can't stand on shit so bad that this man blamed everybody but him fucking self. I ain't never met like real shit. God bless me to be made, but God bless me to be made to let any nigga know around me. I swear if you don't take care of your kid, bro, I'll clean your jaw on everything I love. Because simple fact, fam, them children ain't asked to be here, bro.
That's true.
And you took that, and this man begged for my life. My mom's gonna abort me, gang. My mama tell me about this shit all the time. My mom's gonna abort me, and this real conversation that y'all parents don't tell y'all about. A lot of y'all think y'all fucking prize and star children. If y'all really knew the truth, y'all probably weren't at all. Y'all probably was an accident seed in the back of somebody's car, nigga.
Yeah,
me. But look, I wasn't in the back of the car. But
Not back of the car, not
that's
back of the
wild.
car, but I was a mistake. My dad wanted an abortion.
Yeah, so my mom was going to abort because she was in college. She wanted to finish college and shit. You feel me? And so my dad got on his knees, grabbed my mom on her arms, and begged her for me, begged her for my life, bro. And you know I ain't meet that nigga. And you know he not on my birth certificate. I have no father. Like legally, nigga, if anybody go look up who fuck is Andrew Scott's father, I have no father. Nobody on my birth certificate. It's just Michelle. And then so that's my feeling on it, cause I know other niggas that got the same daddy I got. Nigga, I swear, like I wish I could have a moment to even think of like damn, let's talk about some realtor shit. Even though you wasn't gonna talk about that shit with me, pops. Like come on, let's go. I wish I could do some shit like that because the simple fact, I only got a pops that want to be on homeboy shit. I got the pops that want to smoke weed with me. I got the pops that want to roll and drink 40s and shit with me. I got the pops that want to like, you feel me?
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Listen.
Oh my bad.
No.
Hey, don't calm me down. I'm turned. I'm gonna talk my shit. I'm gonna talk my shit. The truth is the truth. Don't stop the truth.
I ain't trying to stop the truth.
Okay.
All I'm saying is this: we gotta understand. Traditionally, black people, black men particularly, have gone through trauma in their life.
Oh hell yeah!
Your father, maybe his father before then, and trauma is passed down in the DNA. So a lot of times, you know something? I went to something yesterday. I went to a cookout of a friend of mine.
So you saying he deserved forgiveness? Is that what you're trying to tell me?
What I'm trying to say, I mean, everybody deserves forgiveness if you want to forgive them, if you have in your heart to forgive them. But let me tell you a situation. I went to a cookout yesterday of a friend of mine. Her son graduated his master's degree, got a master's degree in business or something like that. So they have a little outing for him. His father texts him. Now this man ain't been in his life. First of all, she told me that he denied him when he was a kid. She basically kind of raised this boy, her and her family and everything like that. And this man, he texts him saying, congratulations, I wish I could be there and so forth like that. So she asked me, she said, what do you think about that? I said, well, a lot of it is guilt. And I think that he, in his own way, his guilt is trying to make this event not happy because he texted the son, and the son, showed the mother, and the son was like, why he, so I ended up talking with the son. I didn't say about the part, but I was congratulating him, letting him know, said, listen, man, I'm proud of you. You did a great accomplishment. You've been doing did a great accomplishment. You're going to be great in life and so forth like that. Sometimes we have to be the fathers to those who don't have a father. And I found myself like that. Yeah, I'm an OG, but you look at me as a father, and you respect me to tell you to be honest and truthful, because maybe your father wasn't there, but somebody in my life was a father to me, and helped me through. So you have to pass on the things you learned and the things that I know. Like I told Raul many times, I didn't want to do this at first. He was like, OG man, I need you. I need to hear, people need to hear what you say. And so I did it because his love for me and respect for me, and he felt like I had something to say. So to me, there's a lot of men who, when I know men in their 40s and, young men and so forth like that, I'm probably the only father they will ever know. So I have to be, yes, is it a burden? No, it's not a burden to me because I love people. And God put me here that's part of my purpose, So whatever you might have lacked in your father, hopefully I can be the man to you to where you can have respect for a father figure.
Oh, I got nothing but respect for father figures, most definitely. Like that's my biggest thing. Like for you to have your child and stand on that.
Right.
Even if you and your son end up having the worst relationship through y'all life and y'all going through it all this time, like you're there. You're there.
Right.
Like no joke.
Now it's important. Now, let me tell you something. I am against men. Don't get me wrong. I'm against men who don't want to be there for their kids. I think every man. I don't care nothing about what the woman say. Talking about the woman don't want you to be around. No, if you got to go in the courts, whatever you got to do, you be in that child's life.
Yeah.
All right. I don't care nothing about a woman because a woman is emotional. First, one day she'll say this, the next day you say that. You can't operate on that premise. You have to say, listen, if I can find a way to be in my kid's life, I would be. Okay?
Exactly.
And that's and that's it.
You would be. And that's why I got respect.
Okay,
for you.
but listen, I'm gonna tell you, there was a time in my life when for my first wife, she took my kids, and I'm gonna be honest with you, to this day, I ain't gonna never kind of forgive her. I pray to God. I don't wish no bad, but because she understood. This one thing she understood. When we had kids, she knew that my children were very important to me.
Right.
And I needed to be, and I have girls, and I needed to be in their life at a young age. Because my oldest daughter, she's doing good, she's a great mother and everything like that. But she told me, she said, Daddy, I see that if you were there, my mother didn't do some of the things she did, or you could have had access, I might have not made certain decisions, in regard to relationship that she had got into. So I told her, I said, well, listen, I'm here now, so I'm here for you, but I try not to cry over spilled milk, but it's important for a man, I stressed it, it's important for a man to be in their child's life, boy and girl. It's something about a man's leadership, guidance, and masculinity that helps a young man become a man, helps a young woman to see what kind of man she should be looking at and she should get. So the whole thing of being men is very important.
It is. It is. My first actual, and what you say, you're not wrong at all. But I'll say this: the first man and basically the only man to really look out for me, and we had black mentors and shit on that side. But that man was so busy with all the other black kids, he'll never get no chance to get to you.
Right.
So I was in the 6th grade, and this kid walked up to me while I was in the bathroom. Was like, "You a teacher?" I was like, "Nigga, I'm pissing. That's a weird ass question to ask." But he was like, "Man, if you're not a teacher, you should join my football team." I'm like, "Huh?" So I joined this football team, bro. I'm broke as hell. I ain't got no money. Couldn't afford any of that shit. I looked at that shit and I was like, "Here you go, Ma. I know I can't do it. I'm gonna just go back to school and, just be a regular school kid." So I tell him, I give him back the paperwork because my mom looked at it and she didn't even say nothing to me. I just knew we couldn't afford that shit. You feel me? And this is why so many people be in the streets. I don't think it's the raising, because my mom was a great woman, food on the table all the time and everything. But I'm outside because my mom ain't home till 12 because she gotta bring back money. Yeah. She the only provider. She eating more than most men. You feel me? So okay. Last thing I'm saying.
Football.
Yeah. Okay. Look. Yeah. So I bring back the paperwork to bro. He said, "Oh, that's okay. Just come home." I said, "What?" They in a Hummer. Mm-hmm. Now note, this is white people. Understand, I have not been around nobody real life white, basically my whole life up until now.
Right.
You feel me? 5th grade is when I started really seeing white people because I moved to Texas. You feel me?
Right.
And so I'm not used to how white people really are. Anyway, they let me go practice with him and play football with him and everything. His father, Rick Poston, rest in peace to his soul, bro. That man treated me like I was his own son, bro. And I never will forget that, bro. And it took a white man to take care of this black boy, to look out for this black boy before. No. I gotta explain this. This is why I don't have no problem with nobody. It's the man himself. It's that person himself. It's not everybody. It's you, and you. Cause this man literally had no reason to fuck with me at all. Right. He knew where I was going in life. That nigga, he literally would pull up on me, and this is when I'm in the 6th grade, bro. This man would pull up on me while I'm outside with my niggas, cause I missed practice doing hood shit, nigga. We outside kicking it. That man would pull up on me like, get your ass in this damn truck. Real shit. Like like the man was my father.
You was his son. He took you as his son.
And that was
because he saw.
You feel me?
Okay.
But I'm just saying that because
even though I believe 99% of white people to me ain't all good. You have that.
I understand.
You have that 1%. That's good, and I'm gonna shout out to him because there was some white people in my life that was good too. You understand?
Content his character.
You know?
Real shit.
But what I'm saying,
everything got to be a part of action. You know what I'm saying?
He saw something in you that he may have not seen in other kids. And I think that was, to me, that I think God works through people.
But also, let's be honest, we've seen a lot of movies like that, where the white person come in, help the black person, and struggle with all. There's about a good 20 movies like that, and we've seen them all, y'all.
Yo, come on.
And that's
come on, man.
But it's the truth, though. It's reality, though.
Yeah, it's reality, but sometimes.
The funny part is, they mama look just like Sandra Bullock, though. They mama, the woman that's in the movie, the mama look just like Sandra Bullock. Oh, God. Yeah. I swear they mama look just like that. Yes.
Come on, man.
I ain't never had no church shirt. I ain't never had no church shirt.
Freedom Riders.
Oh my gosh. Bro, I hated that movie. I ain't gonna lie.
It happens, but it was a good thing. He helped you and get you out of the street, and that was a good thing.
And so that's why I'm so like, my one black father that I had, that literally I was his, you feel me, option. I was the kid he was supposed to take care of. He didn't. But this random white man, and then don't forget about Andy Kerr as well. He was the other coach that was on the team. They literally took care of me like I was their own kid, bro. I ain't never had no barbecues like this before. Like a real life, we go to Dickies and shit. Like before, I'm used to real life Jamaican barbecues. You feel me? I see oxtail and shit like that. I ain't never had no damn beef tips and shit like that, brisket and shit like that. This man paying, I never seen the prices that this man paying for us, bro. I'm mind blown. I used to literally be like, I'm so sorry, sir. And that's in my life when I started saying, oh, yes, sir, yes, ma'am. Because they treated me like,
with respect.
I was a prince, bro. Imagine feeling like black royalty, like, and all your slaves is white. Like, really and truly, that's what it felt like, bro. I'm sitting in the bed, and his mom bring me a warm cup of milk in the middle of the night, bro.
We're going to go in that royalty.
My mom don't let me eat in the middle of the night, bro. In the middle of the night, a warm cup of milk with some cookies? What?
Milk with cookies.
What? Are you high, ma'am? Cause I'm with you. Let's go. Let's go. She had the midnight munchies. I'm happy as hell.
Yeah.
Like, come on, man. What's up, man? Like, so.
Well, listen. We all listen. Life is an event of experiences, and you experience life to grow into a different level and everything, because there's levels.
Hell yeah.
We live life in levels and stages. So there's certain levels and stages that we go through, and a certain experience which help define who we are as individuals. So that was the experience, because you didn't have your father there, but somebody came in and became a surrogate father and helped you through rough times. Yeah. And I say that's God, because only God can touch the hearts of men and women and make us do some of the things that we do. Sometimes people don't do it just on their own.
No.
But I think it's a divine guidance on certain things. So
and another thing, other wealthy black kids in Texas, like, they would look at me like I'm a hoodlum. Even though we both black, like we all black, but their parents would look at me like, oh my, like, that's your friend? Okay, come here, honey. And it's because the shit and this is why I got so into, and I'm so big on that material shit. But anyway, I'm so big on like just motherfucker. What's the word? Like I guess design and shit, like clothing design and shit, like designers and shit. This is why I was so big on it younger, because when a parent would look at me, they see what I got on, like the shit my mama gonna help me get for the school year, you feel me? And they like, oh shit, like that's the kid you hanging out with. Like everybody got New Balance on and like new shoes and shit. Yeah. I'm trying to still, you know, I'm stepping into Converse, bro. You feel me? Like anyway, so I keep that in perspective a lot. Like, on my own people shut me out so much, but white people had open arms to me like it was nothing. But I mean, don't get me wrong, I seen the worst of white people at the same time. But that just shows you how we are. You feel me? And that's what I'm saying. This just shows you how we are as a people. We are so willing to not help each other that we will rather make it seem like I got an issue with the way you are than just saying, no, I'm sorry. I ain't trying to, you know, I don't want my, whatever the case is.
I used to think that about white people until about 2 months ago. I was in West Virginia and a white man told me to get. I was with a dude.
Get what?
Get the fuck out.
You were where?
In West Virginia.
Your ass shouldn't have been out there. That's on you. That's on you.
I kind of thought the good in white people. I saw some of the good. I saw some good. Nah. So I had the photo of it. I really got to frame this photo. Remember this every day. The evil in his eyes when he saw me. He thought it was 1962, and he was about to lynch my ass because I was there in an all-white little town. He saw me. He's like, he told me. He got up out of his chair, right, drunk. But also
downtown.
Come here.
Like,
but also, I wanted to call 10 hood niggas that I knew in Chicago and come and smoke his ass. That's what I really wanted to do. Because he can scare a nigga like me, but try to get 10 niggas from Chicago. Try to get one of my gangbanging cousins in California who be crippin'. I wish he said that shit to one of them. I kind of want them to go there to West Virginia when they ain't never gonna have to go to two different worlds and do that same shit. To do that same shit. Because in his mind, he was king. So no, after that day, I see a lot of white people the way I saw that white man who told me to get. Because I thought he was cool 1 second. As soon as my friend walks off who's white, he's like, he gets up out of his chair with fucking 3 beer bottles in his hand. Said, motherfucker, get the fuck out of here. I don't fuck around where you're at. You don't fuck around over here. I said, yo, my friend's like literally across the street in this town. He said, get the fuck out. You better fucking get.
I think the difference is when he saw you, he saw a grown-ass black, 300-pound black man. And when they saw him, they saw a starving project baby who needed a ride to practice.
Nah, bro,
it's different. This nigga gonna make it somewhere.
It's got nothing.
He gonna hoop, nigga.
It's got nothing to do about that, bro.
You wasn't going to the league, nigga. You was a grown ass man.
Nigga, this was 2 weeks ago.
Exactly, nigga.
This is that nigga.
Exactly.
Bro,
why was 2 months ago?
This is my main question. Yeah. My nigga, why was you in West Virginia as a black man? For real, like. Why was you in West Virginia?
Probably doing
That's
business.
another story, documentary.
Okay.
That's what he do.
A documentary in the second most racist city.
Nah, but
you gotta put that.
That's a whole other story. But there's like there's like 5 or 7 Fooey boys. That's some National Geographic story. There's like 7 like black towns. One, the reason why I was interested because Randy Moss grew up in West Virginia, and they tried to lock his ass up for life because a white dude called him nigger, and when he might have cut that out, but they censored it. And then after that, he beat his ass, bumped the brakes off that white redneck. And then after that, they were trying to put him in jail for like 15, 20 years. They were trying Alvin Iverson him, because that happened to Alvin Iverson too. In Virginia, they're trying to do it both of them. If you check it out, this happened around the same year, like 1993, 1994. Mm-hmm. So I went there because I was curious about these small black towns in West Virginia, because there's like 7 of them that nobody even knows about or talks about. Where a lot of people grow up there and they're really segregated from the rest of the state. And West Virginia is the most racist state in America. I don't give a fuck with. I don't give a fuck what NAACP saying about Florida. There's 1,000 niggas in Florida. There's 1,000 niggas striving in Florida. There's 1,000 black men striving in Florida. It's not the most racist state, no matter what you think of the governor. It's West Virginia, and nobody talks about that. So that's why I was there.
Most people don't even go to West Virginia. Really.
But yeah, that's what I'm saying. Ain't nobody in West Virginia
through the mountains and stuff
mean
like
ass
that.
mosquitoes.
You can tell,
but
you can tell that's.
That's another story why I was there. That's why I was there, because that's another story. But the reason I was there mainly because Randy Moss was there. I wanted to go to his town, different towns. There's black people, because it's like 7 like black towns to this day where they don't talk to the white people.
I gotta say this though. I feel like this.
Bro, go to that town. Let's get that white boy, bro. I'll bring 10 niggas there, bro.
We not gonna bring 10 niggas. Bro, let's slide. We good.
Yeah, let's slide.
Let's slide, bro. I got you, fam.
White people, right? They like you when you're helpless.
Yeah.
But once you can help yourself, now you're a threat. It's a difference.
But that's the thing, bro.
When
I pulled up with that
And that's the
camera
fucked
saying
up
I'm in
part.
school, he was like, "Motherfucker, get the fuck out of here." That's when he's like, "Get the fuck out." When I was trying to be there and see him as like something I'm a document, he was like, "Oh hell no!" That made him even more mad because I didn't need anything. I ain't need nothing.
You're so right, bro.
Right. Just like Raul said.
When with the coach I was talking about, bro. One thing about him, and I think this makes so much sense now. Like, the reason why he probably liked me so much, bro, is I never asked for shit, my nigga. I never asked for shit. And all the other niggas on the team, bro, because you know all the niggas from the apartments, you feel me? We all apartment babies, nigga. We all in apartments. Nigga, we don't fucking, like, this. We in a nice ass, I'm talking about, like, 8-bedroom house, like, but we're only sleeping in 1 bedroom because they don't want us in all the other bedrooms and shit. Like, nigga, like, why do y'all got so much money, bro? Like, bought his son a 68 coat.
They don't know, they probably burned them sheets too.
They probably definitely did, bro. Most definitely. But everybody else asks for shit all the time. And he would be like, he'll just look at them, you know what I'm saying? But I never asked for anything, but I always got it.
Yeah, but he like doing that too, because they, you know, like Raul just said, they like, white folk like to know that black folk is dependent on them.
Shit, but you're not gonna know I'm needy.
That's that slave mentality, man.
Simple.
You know, but
As a white man, oh damn.
All right, y'all. This has been another beautiful episode of Rollo TV. I hope whatever key takeaways y'all have from this episode, y'all put it down in the comment box below. Y'all can tap in on each one of their socials. Oh, gee, we got to get you a social media, man. So you can tap in on these conversations and just talk to us, man. We had a lot of heartfelt discussions. I want to know what y'all think and what y'all feel. And we'll have everybody back on the show soon. We spinning the block again. Rollo TV, we out.